All righty. I'm sure people can see us. I'm just trying to see you guys. So just hold for a moment, trying to find where we're at. If everyone can start logging in, saying hello, all that kind of stuff, that would be awesome. Where are we here? Here we go. Logging in, saying hello, all that kind of stuff, that would be awesome. Just gonna have to mute that. Hi, Gabrielle. I see Gabrielle here and Bryn's here so far. So we'll wait a couple of minutes for everyone to hop on because there is a bit of a lag. Good morning, Donna. I see Donna here. Gabrielle says, this is a familiar sight I love. Hi, Erin. Good to see you here. Good morning. Oh, Belinda. Hello. Dawn. Hello. Good morning. So happy to be here with you all. We're going to wait a couple minutes before everyone joins in. It does take a while for everyone to get the message that I'm live on YouTube. So we'll give it another couple minutes before we start. All right. Donna, it would be fun to see you. It would be fun to see you too. For those of you that are watching the live comments, you can hit that live comment and actually start typing stuff in. For those of you who haven't been live on YouTube before, you'll see a link, a little box that says live, and you can actually chat with us directly. And that's how we're going to actually communicate with you today. Linda says that she's been watching your show and she loves it and she's learning so much from it.
Oh, good. That's great news. You're doing something right then, Corinna.
That's right. All right, guys. We'll wait a couple more minutes. Like I said, it takes a couple minutes for everyone to kind of hop on here. Good morning, Tamara. Good to see you. Good morning, Beatrice. Good to see you. Okay, guys, we've got quite a few people on, so I think we'll start. Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to have Alison Wynne-Ryder joining me today. Allison is better known as the Quirky Medium. She's the author of the book, The Quirky Medium, which I've read, and is a wonderful book that anyone who really wants to understand what it is to be a medium and what it is to live as a medium. And for me that works as a psychic medium and lives as a psychic medium, I was shaking my head yes to many of those pages in that book. So it's a wonderful book and talks about Allison's life. So I highly recommend it. Allison is also the co-host of the TV show The Rescue Mediums. It used to be on in Canada back on the OWN, and I believe the Women's Network, on a number of networks around the globe. And now it's actually on YouTube, which I'm loving. And I've actually been going back and watching some of those old episodes. And that's how, when I first started to see Allison and was really drawn to the work that Allison was doing. And for you, those of you that haven't watched that show, I highly recommend you go and watch it. One of the things I loved about that show, it was more than just a haunted show that was going in to try to prove that there was life, on the other side, prove that there's areas that are haunted or homes that are haunted. What I really loved about what Allison and Jackie, who also is the co-host, was doing was they were actually assisting those that remained and were basically stuck on this realm. And that's what I appreciated the most. It wasn't about using those spirits for a TV show to be grandiose and try to prove something. It was really about going in and helping the people that were living in those homes, and as well as helping the spirits that really needed assistance in getting to the other side. And when you're doing this work, I mean, we're here to be in service to those that remain and in service to those that have crossed. And that's what I truly loved about your work, Allison, and is one of your greatest gifts for sure. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself as people are still hopping on. Allison is a psychic medium, but I'd love to hear how you describe what a psychic medium is and what you do to help people in the world.
Okay. Well, I've had the gift from being small, but when I was small, I didn't realize it was a gift. It frightened me, which I talk about in my book. And I started doing readings without even realize that I was doing readings, helping friends. As I got much older, I just seemed to know things. It was just, claircognizance, isn't it? And in a knowing of, I just knew what was happening around people. So friends used to come for readings. And, everything that I got that was coming in came in. So I quickly learned that, it was a gift I had. But I was still frightened of it because I only decided to go to a psychic development group when certain things were happening in the home that I didn't understand. Light bulbs used to throw themselves out of the light sockets and spark on the floor. Pictures would just drop off the wall. Mm-hmm. And then the most frightening thing that happened was when my husband, who was a police officer, was on nights. I was in the house in the bed on my own, and I woke up. I didn't know at first why I woke up, and the bed was shaking with me in it. And I just shouted, "Leave me alone, it's frightening me." It stopped. But I realized then that whatever it was that I had to be able to learn to switch it off. There had to be a way of switching it off. And that's where my story started, really. And obviously being chosen for the Rescue Medium show was just incredible. I just went along I went to the audition. There were 17 auditions, some in Canada, some in the UK. I went along for the fun of it and for the experience. Yeah. Never thought in 1,000 years I'd get it, because I'd only been along to a couple of sort of spirit rescues. I didn't really know much about it at all. And of course, quite a big part of the show is psychic art. I can't draw. So it just didn't even enter my head. But I went along to the audition and I just absolutely loved it. It just seemed so natural. And I took my shoes off like I normally do. My spirit guide said, "Take your shoes off." So I did. I just did what I normally do. And I didn't feel nervous because I wasn't trying too hard. I was just me. Because again, as I said, I just thought I was going for the experience. And then to be told sort of a few weeks later that I'd got it, it was like, okay, I really have a big decision here. I worked for the police force as a civilian manager, basically a job for life. Do I stay where I am doing that, in my comfort zone? Or do I jump off the lily pad? This is an opportunity to do psychic work and help a lot of people as well, and meet a lot of new people and do basically, which is what you referred to before, Corinna, help the spirits as well. Yeah. Not doing a ghost hunt where you go in and, there's the spirit there, but you sort of riling them up and then you go and they're still there. We went in and we helped stuck spirits to the light and also helped the homeowners as well. And then since then, the work that I do has grown. I went back to Canada, did some events there a couple of years ago. I live now in Spain, for those of you that don't know. I did workshops and clairvoyant readings for people in the UK and platform work. And basically I do the same here in Spain. So it's grown. I mean, to come here in Spain and start all over again, because I'd grown quite a big following and I had, within my work, I had, quite a lot of people that came to me regularly for readings. To come here and start all over again was quite scary, but it just felt right to be here. And And again, it's grown. So, you know, and here I am with you.
Yeah, which I absolutely love. Allison and I connected probably a couple of years ago, hey? And
We did.
we've been loving teaching together. So we've been teaching an intuitive development course online, which has been wonderful. So it's been so fun to be able to teach with you and connect with you. And what I love about it is, you know, there's just some people that intuitively you connect to, and you and I seem to be connected that way. And even when we do readings together, we're so in sync, which is lovely to experience. So yeah, so Allison and I will actually be teaching our level 3 intuitive development class in March. And hopefully we can start all over again. So what we do is we do level 1 and then level 2, level 3, and then those people usually actually come to each class. And then hopefully we'll be able to start all over again and have a new group of people join on level 1, which would be wonderful. I want to talk to you briefly about what was something that sticks in your mind on the TV show, The Rescue Mediums, one of the homes that you were in or one of the experiences that you had that really sticks out to you about what did you, maybe something that you learned the most from, or?
There are so many. I just remember the very first one. They actually called, I think they called it the Rainbow, and it was a little girl who was a rainbow child, very intuitive. And like I say, it was my first one, so I was a bit nervous, you know, and I've got the cameras on me, and I've never worked in front of a camera before. And this little girl was just so sweet, and we were given the predictions, and I'd been given from my guide, Sarah, and the little girl looked so nervous.
Yeah.
And I just said, Sarah, and her face just beamed. And I said, is that your name? And she said, yeah. And what stuck in my mind is how that little girl was so psychic. She kept seeing a little boy that was wet through that came to see her in his pajamas at night. And when the information that Jack and I had given, our researcher Edna had found out that it was a little boy that had drowned in the area, and this is who Sarah could see. But I just remember as we left the house, as we'd sent him to the light, told the homeowners what had happened, we turned around, looked back at the house, and no word of a lie, there was a massive rainbow in the sky. Wow. You know, I'm sure people thought that was photoshopped or whatever, you know, that the editors had added that in, but it was there. Yeah. And then another one that stuck in my mind, which was the scariest one ever, where I just thought, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing spirit rescue again, was in Bath.
I remember that one, yeah.
I was literally petrified. I was thrown to the floor, and it was, the couple was so lovely, and they were just so petrified. And it was the lady, it was where she worked. She worked in a place where apparently in that place or around that place, men had been hanged, you know, for heinous crimes. And obviously she'd got an attachment, or they'd followed her home. And what was weird about that one was when we initially went around the house, we couldn't feel anything. And
it was one of those sneaky spirits.
Yeah, but we just felt that there was something underlying, but we didn't realize how evil it was. And when they came forward, when the spirits came forward, they made a beeline for me, because obviously out of the two of us, I was the most inexperienced, you know. And I couldn't speak, and my mouth was moving, and I had no control over it.
Right.
And inside, and I was thrown to the floor. I was gagging. And, you know, before I started the show, I just thought, spirit rescue can't be that bad, you know, evil spirits, and that was my wake-up call. That is what I learned at that point. We'd done others that were a bit scary, but at that point I thought, if anybody ever says to me, there's no such thing as a nasty spirit, then I know 100%, having experienced that there is. And what I did with that was, I work a lot with the angels, as you know, and inwardly. And I said to my guides and Archangel Michael, I said, Archangel Michael, And I called him 3 times, please come forward. I need your help now. This is urgent, you know, because I didn't think I was going to come out of that. And then I just saw this light and these angel wings, and I knew he was there. And the whole thing then was a blur. But I was shaking and I was crying at the end of it. And I just thought, what was, and I remember actually saying, I'm not doing this again. This is it. And of course I have, you know, I've done spirit rescues since in the UK. I've done spirit rescues here in Spain, and no doubt wherever I go, I'll end up, you know, carrying on. I've got a small team here in Spain. There's 4 of us that go, and we help people. I don't advertise that as such here, but people get to know. The people that need us get to know.
That's right.
And at the moment, we don't charge for that. We charge if we have to go a long way, obviously, for petrol money, but other than that. But they're the 2 really, I would say. I mean, there were so many episodes, and we met such lovely people, the homeowners, you know. But you know, I think the Rainbow Child, for that reason, it was the first one, and that little girl, to bring comfort to that little girl and her family, and to help that little stuck spirit boy to the light, and the rainbow, how significant that was throughout. And then the Bath one, basically because of the opposite reason, in that, you know, because the couple in that house were going through literal hell with everything that was happening around them. Yeah. So to be able to help people like that and the spirits, I just feel blessed to have been able to do it, you know. And it's, you know, 9-10 years ago, I think, when the show finished. And it only finished because it had gone to a network. I think it was Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yeah,
Yeah, she didn't want our show. She only wanted her own shows. So that was that. But I always think, you know, everything happens for a reason, and we went out on a high.
Yes.
You know, so, and we've still got a big following, people still watching us on Netflix and YouTube. So it is wonderful, you know, and I just feel so happy that I was able to take a part in that.
Yeah, it really is a wonderful show. For those of you that have not seen it, I highly encourage you to go and watch it. They do some really amazing work, and assist so many people and so many spirits that are stuck. And it's a great show. I highly recommend it. And then too, I think if you have been experiencing anything to do with mediumship or psychic ability within yourself, it's an interesting show to watch because it helps you understand it a little bit further. You know, what I always like to say is, and I loved what you said at the beginning, is that one of the most powerful things you can do is, if you're finding it challenging and being an intuitive and a medium and feeling spirits around you, is to make sure you empower yourself through education and learning how to actually manage it. And that's the biggest piece, and the empowering piece, that you're a sovereign being that is able to go into any situation and manage it. But we've never been taught how to do that, not only how to develop it properly, but also how to manage it. I know that's certainly a struggle for me as a young person too, not understanding it and knowing how to manage it. But when you're empowered and you understand how to manage your energy, and the energy when you go into those spaces, you know, you're able to really manage through those challenging times. So for any of you, you know, I encourage you to watch that show, but definitely reach out to someone like Allison or myself that helps you develop that intuitive ability and understand it, especially if you're an empath. It's not easy walking this world as an empath and not understanding how to manage your energy through it. Let's talk a little bit. So she's going to walk us through a meditation, which I thought would be wonderful for all of us who are here live, and also if you're watching it afterwards, to just sit and have some quiet time and connect in to that divine energy, and have some quiet time to just reflect and have some peace and contentment. So we will do that, and then we will also do some readings for you. But I want to just touch base on a couple of things that are coming for you, Allison. New on the horizon, something really exciting. You've got a cruise coming, I've read. So talk about your cruise.
I have next year in June, and I've got all the details here. It's 3 nights in Miami, Florida, and then 4 nights on a Caribbean cruise. And I'm just so excited to be able to bring that to people. Personally, I've never been on a cruise before, so I'm excited as well. You know, it's the first time for me.
Yeah.
And that's on the 12th to the 19th of June. So if anyone's interested, it's a lady called, she's a travel agent in Canada. Her name is Wendy Scott. And have you got, did I send you the links to her?
Yeah, once this video gets posted, I'll put all the links down there for you guys so you can look into it and get more details. But that's exciting. So you're going to be doing classes then?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing 2 or 3. I'm going to do an angel workshop. I may do a psychic development taster workshop, and I'll be doing a bit of mediumship work, platform work as well.
Sure.
And I'm going to be doing private readings, but you know, there is a lot that's included in this. It's very reasonably priced as well. So the classes that you're doing with me will be included in the price of everything. And Wendy sets it out really well. If you go onto her website and go onto the Quirky Medium retreat, you'll see what's included in the package and the things that aren't. And the things that aren't are the things that you wouldn't expect to be anyway, you know.
Sure.
And, you know, like I say, it's very reasonably priced. We'll be having a lot of fun together. I'll be with you throughout. So we'll be having, I was going to say close personal experience with me, but I don't really mean in that literal sense. But yeah, you know, you'll be having dinner with me and you know, what have you. So I just think we'll have photographs taken together and we'll just get to know each other.
Yeah,
and also
people
that follow me on social media, and you know, I've got like regular people that come up all the time, so supportive. You are one of the main ones, Corinna. You know, we have to meet personally at some point.
Yes, I would love to be there. I'd love to be there.
I'd love you too as well. And just to meet people that, you know, I haven't physically met yet will be just incredible. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm really seriously looking into it, and I hope I can be there and make that time work, because I think it's going to be a fun time. And for any of you that want to come and meet Allison, and hopefully I'll be able to meet you too, that would be a great time to have together for sure.
It would.
So I will have the links here just to remind everyone. I want to take just a look here at the chat and see, does anyone have any questions for Allison before we head into this meditation that you'd like to ask her? We've got DNA Global with Trish from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Trish. Barb's here. Maxine is here. This is Kuchin. I don't know if you know someone named Kuchin.
I don't think so.
Kuchan. Jad.
Oh yes, I do. It's Shushan.
Oh, Shushan.
Hi,
okay.
Yeah, she's a really good friend.
Sorry for butchering your name. I am horrible with names. My apologies. I try so hard. It is not my forte. My forte is with the other world more than actual names. And Tanis is here. Michelle's here. Stacy's here. So, hey, why don't you guys shoot us a question for Allison if you have anything you'd like to ask her. I'm sure she'd be happy to answer that.
Good.
I'm just going to go through and see if I've missed anyone. Dawn's here. Happy to see you, Dawn. Of course, there's going to be a bit of a lag. What type of meditation are you going to take us into today, Allison?
Quite a short one. It is a beautiful one, a healing one. So we're going to do the grounding and the sacred protection first, which is so important, that everybody is protecting their aura and that they're feeling grounded, anchored, balanced. So do you want me to go into that and then we'll take the questions later, or are you going to do the questions first?
Sure, I've got one question to start, so let's start with that question.
Sure.
So ladies, I've just found out from my 90-year-old mother that my grandfather was sensitive. Does that run in families?
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Because if you'd have asked me that when I was a lot younger, having not had the experience that I've had now, I would say yes, definitely. But as far as I know, there's nobody else in my family that do what I do. I'm the only one that can you know, that can speak to spirit, if you like. I was trying to put it in the right way. I'm the only one that is sensitive. I'm the only one to sensitive, you know, feeling the energies around people. I'm feeling spirit and the angels around me. Unless in my family tree we're going way back, and there may have been somebody, because I've got Irish in my family, and sort of Irish, very magical, aren't they? But as far as I know, with everybody that I've always known in my family, like my grandparents, etc., no, there is just me.
Yeah, and for me, it's probably the exact opposite. I definitely come from a long line of intuitives and psychics. I don't think they would have called themselves that or understood that that's what they were doing.
No.
But I definitely, I remember having aunts that, one aunt in particular, that always, the day before someone passed away, if they were really ill, she always got the letter there and had this beautiful letter for them. Certainly my brother and sister are, my son is. What I think is, in some family lines, I think people are maybe born a little bit more sensitive on family lines. They have that kind of predisposition to it. But what I believe most of all, working with people and doing intuitive development work and teaching people for probably 15 years, is that everyone is intuitive on some level. And I have such a passion for making sure that everyone understands that. Not everyone is here to do the work that Allison and I do, just like not all of us are here to be brain surgeons. So, we all have our paths that we are to walk on, and this is something that we've chosen to specialize in. But I fully believe that everyone has an intuitive ability and the ability to connect into the divine and listen to that own internal dialogue that happens, that internal spark of the divine within you. And it's that piece that really helps to help you navigate through this world in a much more peaceful way. So it's so powerful to understand how intuition works in everyone's life. But I think certainly some people are born with maybe a propensity for it more than others. I know as a child, I always felt spirit around me. I just knew that they were always there and they talked to me, and that's just what I've always known. For me, it took me a long time to realize other people didn't actually hear and pick up on the things that I did. So I was like, what do you mean you can't feel and know that he has back problems? I just figured everyone was like that. So that took me a little while to learn. So I definitely think it does fall in family lines. But I think some people are born that way, and some people can certainly work hard to develop it.
I wish it had, for me, I wish that it had, so that I could have, when I was a child and I was so scared about the feelings that I had around me, that I would have had somebody that I could have gone to that would have understood. And I did try to talk to my mom, and it was just no, and I just couldn't. And then, when you go to school and you try talking to other kids, and then you very, very quickly learn not to.
That's right. You're a little bit different.
So I don't know where I really don't know with me. Like I say, going back in my family tree, there might be somebody that maybe, I don't know, read tea leaves or what have you. But with everybody in my immediate family, there's only me although having said that, my oldest granddaughter she's very intuitive, and I think she's gonna follow in my footsteps. We're just so in tune with each other. It's just unreal. And we sort of feel each other's emotions, and she's definitely taken after me. But who I took after, I have no idea.
All right, so hopefully that answered your question, Trish. I think maybe we'll let other people put some questions up here, because it does take a while for us to actually see them. But let's maybe head into your meditation, Allison.
Yeah.
And let's just take some time, everyone, just to kind of be together and as a collective, just tune in and take some time for ourselves here. And Allison will walk us through a quick meditation.
Okay, so if you all close your eyes, get yourselves really nice and comfortable. And first of all, concentrate on your breath work. Deep breaths in, hold for 3. And as you exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. And when you're ready, I want you to visualize roots, like tree roots, growing from the soles of your feet, sending those roots right the way down into Mother Earth. And then bringing up from Mother Earth the brightest white light through the soles of your feet and up through the inside of your body. Bring that white light all the way up. And now a golden orb of energy over the top of your head that opens and sends down the most beautiful celestial golden light around the outside of your body so that you're totally cocooned in golden light. And then I finish off usually by visualizing Archangel Michael's blue cloak of protection. And I pop that on. And then I'm ready for my meditation. And I want you to start your journey standing in bare feet on soft sands in a private and safe bay. And you are facing the sea. Your feet sink into the warm sand and you hear seagulls calling overhead. And you can hear the sound of the water lapping. It's so relaxing. You take a walk along the beach and notice what you see on the way. Eventually, you hear the sound of cascading water and you go to explore. And you walk a little more and you come to a small bay that curves round, and there ahead of you is a magnificent waterfall that changes colour every few seconds. And you take your shoes off and you wade out to the waterfall and you stand under it, allowing the water to cleanse you as every colour washes over your body. Starting with purple for all things spiritual. Changing to indigo for clear insight. And then a deep blue for communication. And as the water turns to an emerald green, you feel its healing as it washes over you. And as it turns to pink for pure love. As the yellow washes over you, you feel uplifted. And as it changes to orange for joy. As the water turns to red for grounding. And then back to white for purity and divine love. And as the colours wash over you, you may feel or see someone joining you under the waterfall. And this may be someone you know or someone new. You are perfectly safe. And you feel at peace, whether you are still alone or whether you have company. And you allow the water and the changing colours to bring you to a place of serenity, just simply being in the perfect moment. It's time to come back now. So take your leave of the waterfall. And if someone has joined you, say your goodbyes. And you walk back along the sand, retracing your steps. Until you were back where you started, on the sand facing the sea. And then visualize walking back now into this room and listen to the sounds of the here and now. Bring your awareness back, wriggling fingers and toes, and only opening your eyes when you are ready.
Well, thank you, Allison. That was lovely. You were the one that joined me into the waterfall. We were splashing away and laughing our heads off.
I needed that.
I know. You're like, yes, let the water fall.
That's brilliant. I love that.
I love it. All right. We'd love to know if you guys want to share anything about your experience with the meditation as well. Feel free to do that. And feel free to continue to pop your questions up. Trish says, thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Allison. So feel free to share, guys, if you have anything you'd like to share about that meditation or any questions as we're going through as well. Feel free to continue to ask them. Okay, so we're going to get into the portion where Allison and I will be live with you doing some readings. And I think what I was getting guidance on this morning, Allison, is I'll do what I usually do. And what I'll ask you guys to do is put a number between the number of 1 and 10. And I'm going to write a number down right now. And anyone here that gets that number first will be the one that's going to win a reading with us live. And then I think what we'll do, maybe, Allison, if you want to pick a card or two and I'll pick a card or two for that person. And then we'll go through and see what comes up.
Sure.
Tamara says she loved that. She loved the meditation. Barb said it was amazing. You always do such beautiful meditations. Thank you. Bryn says she had a few animals join her and a monk.
Oh, I love
awesome,
that.
Bryn.
Monk as well. Wow.
You'll have to connect with that monk energy again for sure.
Definitely.
And Donna said, so peaceful. Thank you. Erin said, thank you as well. Michelle said that was awesome and she needed it. So good. I'm so glad you guys were able to be here and connect. It looks, are we still getting numbers? A few more numbers. Let me see if someone got the number. So the first number I picked, guys, was number 7. And I'll just see who picked number 7. And the first number 7 I see is Barb. And so just a reminder, as I always remind you guys, I have to go off the numbers that I see on my screen because there is a bit of a lag. I just have to go off of what I see on my screen. You guys might see something a little bit different, but I do see that Barb got number 7 first. So Allison, I will tune into Barb's energy here and bring through some information for her, just asking for what Barb needs to know most right now. And Allison, I'll let you go first when you're ready.
Okay. Hi, Barb. I decided to shuffle my Archangel Power cards, and straight away 2 Raphael cards came up. And as you know, a Raphael is known as the healer or the doctor. And the first message that has come up is that there is or will be a new emotional situation around you, Barb. But there will also be messages regarding relationships or social invitations, and that you have great intuitive insight. So you need to have more confidence in yourself, Barb, because there's still this little doubt there. Okay, just give me a minute. And they give me quirky, unusual things, but there's a new handbag. I don't know if you've bought it yet or somebody's bought that for you. Okay. And they're also giving me the number 4 as being significant. So that will either be the meaning behind the number 4, 4 on a door, or the 4th of a month. Okay. So I'll give you that. If it's nothing you recognize now, then obviously that's to come in. There's a watch as well that's significant. I don't know if that's been handed down through the family or there's something unusual about this watch that Spirit are giving me. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. And I'm also being given rose. So are they talking about the flower or are they talking about the name? So I'll give you that. Now, your second card is telling you always to follow your heart. Always do that. Go with your gut feeling, follow your heart. And, you know, you are psychic. You're doing so well on your spiritual path. But as I said, you know, just to reiterate, to have that confidence and to follow through with your own intuition, which is really strong. You do have a love of home and family. And it's coming in, and this is Archangel Gabriel now, the angel of communication. And she's talking about it's time for a celebration coming in. And there will be abundant rewards for hard work. So a lot of hard work that you've put in lately, there's going to be abundant rewards for that. I feel that you're going to get some sort of recognition for the hard work that you put in. But you are being asked to release yourself from burdensome situations and moving away from people and, well, basically moving away from the drama of others. And I'm sure that you understand what I'm saying there. Okay. So I hope that was all right for you. I'm going to pass you over to Corinna now.
Sure. One thing they want to remind you, Barb, is you got the angel of strength. So I know right now it has been a challenging time, but they want to remind you that you're stronger than you know. They also want to remind you through the community card that I got that you have a very supportive and loving community around you. And so really drawing on the support of people that love you right now is really important for you. You've touched more hearts than you can ever imagine is what they just told me. So just allow people to be there, allow community to support you. I also feel that your next steps in life will also be supported by community. It just feels like there's people that'll come out of the woodwork and give you all these potentials and possibilities and options because you've touched so many hearts. They know it's challenging right now, but they want you to remind that you are strong. And if you look back on your life, is what they're just telling me, you know that for a fact. And so community is definitely here to support you, and you're strong to get through anything. This is definitely a time for personal healing and happiness to come forward. You're in our VIP, so there's no coincidence that this door is opening for you. So brand new opportunities opening for you, new things coming for you, really happy times coming for you. But there's also an energy right now of this is a healing time for you. This is time to take time for yourself and make sure that you're focused on your personal healing and your personal happiness. And there's nothing but good things coming. You know, Allison talked about celebrations in the future and rewards for hard work. That is absolutely coming for you. So I know right now you might not feel that, but this is what the universe is leading you towards. And so You're strong enough. The angels are with you, and allow community to come and support you, my love, because they're there for you. Okay, Barb, hopefully that made sense for you and provided you some answers and the peace that you're looking for right now. I'd love to hear what that meant for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to put another number down. So again, picking a number between 1 and 10. Barb says, thank you so very much. Exactly what I needed to hear. Love you both. You're welcome. You're welcome, my love.
Bless you, Barb.
So just watching the numbers as they come in. No one's got the number quite yet. So feel free to keep putting numbers down.
That's a big clue, isn't it?
All right. I see that someone got the number. Here we go. So number 8. And DNA Global with Trish. Trish, can you just confirm that that's your name? And if you're comfortable with the last name, that'd be great too, but just confirm that Trish is actually your name, so Allison and I can tune into your name. Trish. Yeah, so Trish is her name, so we can tune into the name Trish for the reading. Trish Bootsma.
Yes, I recognize her name. We're friends on Facebook. Okay. Yeah.
So Trish, congratulations. Allison and I will tune in to see what it is you most need to hear right now, and I'll let Allison go first again. Okay,
hi Trish. I've drawn the Archangel Power cards again, but just even before I knew who we're connecting with, Spirit were giving me information. Now, I also, these cards, I've got to show everybody these, they're lovely. That my friend, every time I go over to the UK, one of my best friends, Barb, always buys me a Spirit and Destiny or a Soul and Spirit magazine. And we can't get those magazines here in Spain. Right. And this was a deck that was a free deck with the magazine.
Oh.
And they are lovely. And they're mythical creatures affirmation cards. And you know how much I love unicorns. Yeah. And this is a card that's turned up for you, Trish. Okay. So unicorn energy is around you right now, and it's a very earthy energy. So each of these link in with the elements. And your message with this is, and your mantra to say, I honor the ancient cycles of Mother Nature. So that's a message for you when you're feeling down and you need to be grounded, to go for walks in Mother Nature, be around the trees, be around the flowers, and so on. You're also being asked to look for the synchronous events that Spirit and the angels are sending you. I feel there's been quite a lot going on around you in your life right now. So there's a lot of signs that you've been given that you haven't noticed. And these can be a number of different things. From repetitive numbers on a clock to a feather in an unusual place, thinking about somebody you've not seen for ages, and you bump into them, and so on and so on. Take notice of those signs and omens and look up the meanings of the ones that you don't understand, because there are meanings behind every single one. I've been told that April is or will be significant, and I'm also getting the number 10. So again, the 10th of the month, 10 on a door, or the meaning behind that number. Are there twins in the family, or does that link into the astrological sign Gemini? Something about twins, I'm being told. And your spiritual path is opening up. I feel that you've got so far, but you're pulling back on a part of it. And I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but it sort of like fits and starts as a 2 steps forward, 6 steps back, but that's going to start to open up for you again. A couple of names here. I've got Sam and I've also got Michael. And the cards that I've turned over for you that I was guided to pick in the Archangel Power cards are, again, Raphael, who's quite prevalent, isn't he, today, which is nice. And we've done the healing meditation, so the angel of healing, Archangel of healing. There's something around you where you need to make a decision, okay? And I think the worst thing when you've got to make a decision is leading up to that decision. Which way do we go? What decision do we make? Once you've made the decision, that will make you feel a lot better. So we're saying now is the time to sit quietly, to meditate, to ask your spirit guide and your angels to come in around you, feel their lovely energy and make that decision. And be clear on what you want, okay? And then take action. And there's a need for detoxification. So that can be a detox, right? You know, eating the right foods, so on. Or it could be like taking a break and just, you know, going away for a few days. Also, it could be, again, walking in nature, being amongst the trees. And that's what I mean, when I need to make a decision or I need to clear my head, that's what I do. I go for a walk and I hear the birds and, you know, I hear the rustle of the leaves of the trees and all of that. Just Mother Nature is so magical and helps you to understand, you know, what it is that means so much for you, so that you'll feel grateful for everything that you've got around you, helping you to make decisions as well coming in. You're being asked to ask for helpful people to be around you. Ask your angels for those people, the right people to come in, so that they can lighten your load. And there's a lot of work, there's a lot going on around you, which I said earlier on. And that sometimes you do try too hard to please other people. But I think a lot of us are conscious of that. You know, a lot of us do that anyway.
Yeah.
And Archangel Ariel, this is a lovely card. Ariel is the angel of abundance. And Ariel is saying that, you know, there's going to be new resources of either time or support coming in. There'll also be a change in a job or a promotion, either around you or somebody close around you. And more of a lucky feeling coming in, more of more of an abundant feeling coming in, and, you know, things starting to open up for you, new doors opening up for you, and that light eventually coming in. I hope that was all right for you. I'm going to pass you over to Corinna now.
Yeah, you know, a couple things confirming what Allison brought up is I got lots of signs on this card, right? So watching signs and symbols, but there is indecisiveness and indecision going on here. So there is definitely a decision that needs to be made. The one thing that they want to remind you of is that it's okay just to have patience through that process of deciding and make sure there's clarity. So they're talking about making sure that you're clear before decisions are made. So it's okay to kind of slow down for a minute. And make sure that we're clear on exactly what we want to do going forward. The one thing that they said is the door to spirit is open. So they're saying this is a two-folded message. So first of all, I do feel you're very connected to spirit. And I do feel that you have within yourself the ability to connect to spirit. But they're also reminding you to actually allow spirit in, to allow the angels and your guides in a little bit closer and to really call on them more. Because whatever this decision is or this transitional period that you're going through, they're wanting to make sure that that's where the connection is coming from, that intuitive knowingness within you. For some reason, I'm getting we're drawn more to the opinions of others sometimes, or trying to make sure that everyone else is okay, or a little bit of people-pleasing energy is what I'm feeling. And they want to remind you to really just go within and really trust what's actually happening in your heart and what you know is best for you. And so you might have to have patience as you start to get clarity with that, but it's an important piece. The other thing that I was getting, they asked me to pull another card, is it's also time to restore and replenish and take care of yourself. So again, when you're putting a lot of energy out for others, we want to make sure that we're actually caring for ourselves as well. So there's this restoration portion of the message that's coming for you, the need to kind of get quiet, get clarity, and really take care of yourself. So we can make, they're talking about you being at a crossroads in some way. And in some ways, I feel that this is your intuitive side too, that you're at a crossroads with. They just said they're here to help you. The other thing that I got just quickly as I was tuning in is I do feel a female spirit that passed around you. There's some link to cancer with that female spirit. And I also heard the word heart condition. So I don't know if, again, that's someone who's crossed, but I felt fluid in the lungs or fluid building up in the lungs. I know you actually won this reading on the number 8, but also number 8 is a significant number for you. So no coincidence there. So in more ways than one, number 8. I just feel with this female spirit that's crossed, she struggled with her health for quite a long duration of time. The message she just has for you right now is that she is okay in spirit and she's at peace. But I do feel a long struggle with health with this individual. So anyway, she's just briefly popping in here to let you know she's okay. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Trish. I know we're kind of speeding through them, guys.
Yeah, we are.
But, you know, we just want to make sure we get to as many people as we can here. But hopefully those messages are making sense for you, Trish. Thank you so much for trusting us. Okay, we'll probably have time to do a couple more. So I'm just writing down another number. So you guys want to pick another number between 1 and 5. And Trish would love to know how that reading was helpful. So she did say she doesn't have twins, but both of her children are born on the 10th. Well,
so the 10th, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But there will be something to do with twins. So if it's, Corinna will agree, if when you're given a reading, it's not always anything from the past or the present. If it's something you don't recognize, then it's to come in. So look out for that. It could be somebody that you meet that's a twin, or there could be talk of twins, but that's what I was given. So be interested to find out when it comes in.
All right, we'll wait a couple more seconds for some more numbers to come in. So Trish says, well, thank you so much. The woman with cancer was my mother-in-law. We lost her several years ago. I'm so thrilled that she popped in. We loved her so much. Yeah. Oh, bless. I'm so sorry for your loss, Trish. Yeah, she's okay. That's the main message. She wanted everyone to know she's fine. She's just fine. And she just said to me, she loves you all very much. She loves watching the grandchildren, she says. She loves watching the grandchildren. She's with them all the time. Specifically, I'm finding, I don't know if there's a female grandchild she loves to hang around with the most. All right, let's see who got the number. So my next number was number 5. Thank you for sharing that, Trish. Thank you. The first number 5 I see is Tanis. Tanis Braid. And Trish said, my daughter feels her with her all the time. Yeah, that makes sense. She's very much around your daughter then. Yeah, she gets a kick out of her. She calls her little sprite. So I don't know if she's got like a sprite energy.
Oh,
That's what she's calling her right now. She's calling her little sprite. Little fairy. All right, so I'm going to let Allison start, and she can give you your reading.
What's interesting is you were saying about the sprite and the fairy. Look at the picture look at the card that I picked for.
That's exactly who I saw.
Isn't that funny? But I've picked, so, you know, I'm going to give this because I feel that it's also for Trish, but also for Tanis.
Yes. Don't you love how they interconnect it all?
Oh,
it's so amazing.
Happens. And, you know, the card can mean something to, so even though we're doing these readings for the people that have picked the numbers, if you recognize something for you within the messages that Corinna and I have given you, then take that, because that is meant to be if it feels right from within.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it's fine. So fairy, and this is the element of air, and your mantra, tennis, is it Tannis?
Tannis.
Tannis.
Yeah.
A lovely name. Anytime I choose, I can create my dreams. Isn't that lovely?
That's beautiful.
So if you say that, Tannis, over and over, then I feel that will reaffirm what it is that you want to come in your life. Archangel Gabriel is saying to you, it's time to take action. And Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication and the elemental angel of water. She's also the angel of the moon and the angel of peace. There's something around you that I feel that you felt a little bit upside down, or something that hasn't felt right, or you're not quite sure what to do. And Archangel Gabriel, if you call on Archangel Gabriel, she is saying to you that you'll instinctively know what to do. So use that intuition of yours, okay? And then you'll make the right decision. Another Gabriel card, this is the angel that's around you predominantly at the moment. So this is the archangel to call on particularly. You really do need to keep your eye on the big picture, okay? And interesting as well, as I was linking in, I've written down an owl for you. And everybody has a spirit animal, everybody has a guardian angel, but everybody has a spirit animal, a totem, or a power animal. And the one that's come through for you is the owl. And obviously everybody knows that the owl is very wise, but also because the owl can turn its head all the way around, it has a peripheral view of everything. So it's all about looking at the big picture rather than worrying about, you know, the little things around you, looking at the big picture. They also showed me an image of a wishing well. And this message behind this is twofold. Yes, make a wish, know what you want, go for it, make a wish. But also, it could be talking about be careful what you wish for. Okay, so make sure that what you wish for is through loving intent and for the highest good for all. And it could be that it's something that's around you or coming in that you need to look a little bit deeper into, so that you will see the big picture. So all these things link in, I feel. Experience that leads to success, and that you do have a genuine concern for others, but sometimes you need to leave the details to others. You know, I don't know if you're trying to do too much and think that you have to do everything for everybody. So it's taken a step back and, just relaxing with all of that. I've been told that September is or will be significant. I feel, have you been hurt by someone, or has someone disappointed you? It's sort of that type of feeling I've got around me as well. And, somebody that passed a spirit that had pain, a lot of pain in their hands, their wrists, their arms. It's a lady that I'm with. I feel like a grandmother figure, but that's what I'm picking up on as well. And I've also got heather, so I don't know if it's the plant heather, which has obviously links to Scotland, or is it the name heather? I've also been given Deborah as well as being significant, or will be significant coming in. But interestingly that I had the wishing well, because on this 9 of Raphael card that I've turned over, he's saying make a wish. So it's confirmation for you, okay? Make that wish. Dreams will become reality, and it's going to be a joyful time of life. So try to stop worrying about the little things and just enjoy, your loved ones around you, being in the moment. And then all the magic and the dreams that you want and that you wish for will come in if you're going about it in the right way. And then last but not least, last card is Magical Blessings card, and I'm going to read this to you. Again, make a wish. See, 3 times this has come up, but in different ways. This is what the angels and spirit want you to know. So the angels are here to help you create the life that you want by weaving a little divine magic along the way. Start by knowing what you want in life, because this card indicates that you are more than ready to turn your dreams into reality. Keep your thoughts polished and your mind will become as timeless and precious as a beautiful sparkling diamond. A clear and uncluttered mind will help you manifest your ultimate desires, and this calm state of being will help you remain focused and fulfilled. Others will be drawn to your vibrant persona and be inspired by your strength of spirit. And your mantra is, my life is full of prosperous new energy. There you are. And on that note, I'm passing you over to Corinna.
Well, I know, Taz, I can already say that's completely 100% bang on. I did also, so there's so many things that Allison and I both got the same message on. So appreciation. So definitely Allison was talking about making sure you're appreciating what you have, appreciating life. Because what they're telling me is as we appreciate everything that we have, that's when our greatest wishes can come true, because we're really honed in into all the joy and the greatness in our life. So they really want you to focus on that. Wishes coming true. Here's the victory card. So all your dreams are coming true. Everything that you've wished for, everything that you've hoped for. Look how she's wishing, right? Almost wishing on a star energy is that I get for this one. Is that, you know, anything that you wish or you put your thought and your mind and your energy into is coming forward for you. Absolutely. Allison did also talk about it's time to take action. And here's the action card for you. So there's certain things in life that they're really wanting you to take action on. So those things that have kind of been in the back of your mind that you maybe haven't put time aside for, they're talking about making sure that you actually move forward now and take the action required to get it done. They're also talking about when you're manifesting your dreams on earth or living heaven on earth, there's also an action piece to manifest that. So we actually have to take the steps forward personally to bring that energy into our actual life. The illusion card, which came up, which to me is just confirming again what Allison had said about moving beyond the illusion of maybe the day-to-day and looking at the bigger picture, because look at all the different portals and all the different options and all the grandiose bigger picture of life. So it's moving on the kind of the illusion that we can get trapped into, that our mind can get trapped into. We're actually looking at the bigger picture, the universal picture, the higher perspective on life. So it's definitely time to take a step back, to look at higher perspective, to stand in that energy of joy and really appreciate everything that's coming forward for you. And really appreciate everything that's in your life currently. Definitely victory, good things are coming. It's time to move action and take action. You also got the healing card, but I feel this is more reminding you that you do have healing hands and that you yourself are a healer. And that's one of the things that's also coming forward for you, is understanding your own intuitive and healing abilities to be an assistance to others. There is an energy with this card too, kind of twofold piece, that we also have to slow down and make sure that we actually take time for others to be caring to us as well. And again, it's always a common message for many of us here, that we put a lot of energy out, maybe don't allow to actually receive back. So there is a message about actually allowing people to give back to you. They're talking about not trying to control the situation as much, and just making sure that you're allowing people to kind of come in and assist you where required. When sometimes there's a habit to control, to make sure it all goes your way so you feel a little bit safe. Sometimes we just have to surrender to allowing others to be the portal to which the greatness and our happiness can come through, if that makes sense. All right, guys. Taz, hopefully that made sense to you. She says, love all this. Thank you so much. Yes, this all rings true. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Awesome. It sounds like it's bang on.
Yeah,
I'm going to pick one more number, guys. Number between 1 and 10. And Trish also said, OMG, yes. So I'm assuming that's the fairy energy and the sprite energy. So
it was good, that, wasn't it?
That was great. Lots of good things coming for you, Tess. That's an exciting reading for you.
I love how they kept repeating make a wish, but in so many different ways.
That's right.
Amazing. Because they don't say that to everybody, do they? So
no,
yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
The victory card, make a wish, dreams coming true. That's a pretty powerful message for you. Okay, guys. Looks like we've got some numbers still coming in, but the number that I just wrote down was the number 2. And I can see a number 2 here. So the first number 2 that I see is Tamara Fenton. Congratulations, Tamara. So I'll let you go first, Allison.
Hi, Tamara. So the first thing that I've got is that your spirit guide is around you, so close. I don't know whether you do spiritual work yet, but you are a spiritual soul. And to look into this, to look into developing this further, your spirit guide, they understand how we feel. They are our best friend, if you like, because they have inhabited a human body when, you know, they were on the earth plane. So talk to your spirit guide. You may not be able to see them, but know that they're there. So when you do your grounding and your meditation, ask your spirit guide to come close your eyes and just relax and just see what words come in, what images come in. And if you can, if you haven't done already, then maybe look at joining a spiritual development group so that, you know, you can make a stronger connection with your spirit guide. So that was the first thing that I got. And then with these lovely, like, little mythological creature affirmation cards, for you, it's the mermaid energy. And water, of course, is the element. Yeah. And your message with this, for you to say as often as you want to, with each intake of breath, I draw in positivity. And I just think that's so beautiful. So that's your message from that one. We have Raphael again. Wow, he's here a lot, isn't he? I love it. Love Raphael. He's telling you, and I feel that you will really understand what he's saying here, that everything happens for a reason, Tamara, and that you need to release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness and search for the silver lining. In life, you know, difficult things happen. And what we do as human beings, we tend to cling onto the familiar, even if it doesn't serve us. But when we let that go, if that's meant to come back to us, it'll come back. But in most cases, we let go because at that point, we are trusting that new doors will open and there will be new opportunities coming in. And I feel that this is why your spirit guide is calling out to you to ask you to connect with them at a high level, okay, or at a level, if you haven't done any spiritual work before, because your spirit guide will help you and they will leave signs and omens for you to notice so that you know that they've heard your prayers and that they are setting the wheels in motion for you. We also have, there's a decision that you need to make and you need to release yourself from everything that holds you back, okay? And, you know, there's unnecessary worry around you, which could be based on lack of self-confidence. And there's something around a job. So I don't know if this is linked to a job, either looking for a new job or a role that you're in, or it could be somebody around you, but something to do with a job and either things not working out or there's changes around that, okay? But Ariel, as I said earlier, the angel of abundance, is saying to you that there's so much for you to be grateful for. You know, there will be, you know, the promise of success coming in and a feeling of a rich and rewarding family life. All right. You are being asked to take note of your dreams. You know, if you remember any of your dreams when you wake up in the morning, write down your dreams and look up the meaning, because I feel that your loved ones in spirit and your spirit guide are giving you messages through your dreams. So look up those messages and you may get some of the answers that you need that will help to move you forward on your spiritual path. I'm also being shown that the big initial H. And I hope that that means something to you. If not now, then coming in, but it will be relevant. And I've also got 55. So is it the meaning behind that number, or is that number going to be shown to you in a different way? But that's what I was given for you. A couple of names. I've got Sonia, I've got Terence as well. And is there a wedding coming in? I see a bride. Okay, so that's, on that note, I'm going to pass you over to Corinna. A lot for you to think about. Some of those things I feel around you now, but I feel quite a lot of those coming in as well. Okay?
Yeah, I feel future too.
Yeah.
First card I pulled for you was actually the intuition card. So this is huge in your life right now. They just said that this is your primary focus and gift going forward. It's really the development of your intuition. So it's no surprise that Allison was talking about your guides. Because the other thing that I got was divine communication, and the communication card that came. The one thing that they're saying is this is actually unfolding for you more and more as your communication to the divine. But I also feel, Tamara, that you're actually going to be allowing the divine to communicate through you. So it's interesting that your guides come forward and really being present with you right now, as Allison stated, because I feel that at some point, as you continue to develop this intuitive ability within yourself, you'll actually be channeling messages through for people. And they just said to me, I think you know that, but there's something about anxiety and fear around it, because the anxiety and fear card came up. But this is what your soul has been calling you towards. The one thing that they're also saying for you is, as you're going to start bringing forward those messages, there's something here about you uncovering the truths through those channelings. So it's almost like you're going to be a truth teller. Hopefully that makes sense. But this is the energy I'm feeling of it. As you're going to be channeling those messages through, I almost feel like it's the weirdest energy that I'm feeling, but almost like you'll be exposing the truth. This is interesting. Or bringing through messages of truth. So I'll be interested to see how that develops for you, because there's definitely this energy of bringing through messages of truth, exposing the truth, which is a really interesting way that they're putting it. But I have to tell you how they're saying it, because that's the way that they're saying it to me. The one thing, we got this card, it says hostility, but whenever I get this card, what that means for me is just to remind you that you're protected. This is more Archangel Michael energy for me when I get this card. And to know that there's nothing to fear, because these two cards came in together. So there's a bit of anxiety within you as you continue to develop on your intuitive path. And they just want to remind you that you're well protected, you're taken care of, and there's nothing to fear as you continue to step out into your light. And that's the main thing that they're talking about for you right now, is this is the time for you to step out into your light, because it's saying shine on. So, the light actually shines through us in being in service to humanity. We allow the divine to shine through us in being in service. So as you continue to develop this communication skill and allow to yourself to be a channel for the benefit of humanity, it's that light that they're asking you to allow to come through you and to shine in for other people, because these two cards came in together, that your light body is also being activated. Right? So there's something here about ascending to a higher frequency, a higher light frequency for you. And so that's all what's in development for you right now, is your light body is being activated. You're really opening up your intuitive abilities, and they're really asking you to not only step into your light, have the courage to step into your light, which I feel is really challenging for you. There's lots of hesitation in your blue. My throat's getting really sore even in talking about this. So that means that this is, for me, one of your abilities to really focus on is allowing the divine to speak through you. But I also feel great resistance and some kind of anxiety and fear and blocking it a little bit. They just keep talking about, it's all about communication for you right now. This is what's developing and blooming within you. And I love the butterfly energy, the new creative energy through the butterflies. So lots for you to be doing. For some reason, I kept getting the number 7 around you. So either that's July or the 7th of the month, but there is significance of the number 7 for you. All right. Anything else they want to say? Allison, do you have time for one more? Or are you ready to wrap up? Where are you at with your time?
We can fit one more in. That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do one more, guys. So Tamara, hopefully that made sense to you, Libby. Allison says, thank you. Oh, Tamara says, thank you, Allison. Yep, I do. This all makes sense. Tamara was laughing at some point with obviously something I was saying. So that was hitting home, I think. And she said, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, just watching the numbers populate. Tamara, they just said to me, you need to have some courage here. They're asking you to muster up some courage, whatever. So big changes coming for you. They just said to you, big changes.
And Spirit have got you back.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so the last number I picked was number 3. Number 3. And the one that I see is Bryn. Congratulations, Bryn. Bryn Catano, you are the grand winner. All right, Allison, I'll let you go first.
Hi, Bryn. Hope you're all right. Now, with these mythological creature cards, the one that I picked for you is the unicorn, the earth. And with persistence, I can move mountains. And I feel that's really relevant for you right now. You're probably feeling that you can't, but they're saying, oh, yes, you can. You know, with the right frame of mind, with loving intent, that's what you're going to be able to do. The cards that I've drawn for you, you've got Archangel Michael energy around you, and Archangel Michael is of the blue ray for strength, courage, justice and truth. Okay, and there's something either around you now or coming in where you will need to move quite quickly to be able to deal with it, and you will need to use logic over emotion. There's going to be sudden changes, okay, coming in. Also something around you where you may have to seek out other possibilities. This might be something that you're planning in, but you need to look into this a little bit deeper to make sure that you're making the right decision. Also, is somebody talking about a house move? Is there a house move? That's what I've just been given from Spirit. You're being asked to look for the magic in life and be aware of your own emotions, okay? And see, you know, be aware of what's triggering those emotions as well. The angel card that these are my angel cards, and my lovely friend Jill Barrett, who's a psychic artist, has done the design on there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
For me, isn't it? It is. And this is a really strong card for you, Bryn. This is Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Metatron guards the entrance to the tree of life. And you're truly blessed to have this card drawn for you. Archangel Metatron has heard your call for help, whether it was a conscious one or not. This mighty angel will shine his pillar of light onto everything that's troubling you, and all you need to do is to allow him to set to work on your behalf. If your hard work and efforts have not been recognized, or if something has not worked out in the way you'd hoped, then know that that wasn't for your highest good. Archangel Metatron will assist in giving you the motivation to move on to better things and to realize your true potential. He's noted the good that you do for others by putting your life and soul into everything that you do. Once you allow Archangel Metatron into your heart, he will usher in new people, experiences, and opportunities by helping you to see things from a completely different perspective, where you'll find the proper measure of a balanced life full of love, harmony, and serenity. And your mantra is, I live a balanced and healthy life. That's a lovely one. Really nice. Also, I've got here, I kept hearing the song over and over, let it go, let it go. Okay. And I feel that you'll understand why that's come forward for you. There's some artwork that I can see. I was talking about Jill Barrage, but are you an artist? Do you like drawing or painting, or is this somebody close to you? It could even be something coming in, but artwork. And I feel that that's going to be really magical, and that Spirit and the angels are going to help a lot with that. And I could see a child having a haircut and making quite a bit of a fuss about it. So I don't know if this is you, as you going back, or this is a child around you now or coming in. And that's what I could see. And it was like, oh, I don't want my haircut. I don't want it done. And it was like, yeah, and they will give us these funny little images. And then I smell flowers, like a floral smell. And I don't know if you've been smelling this, but it's someone in spirit that you recognize the smell when you smell that, and it reminds you of that lady in spirit. And has there been a new path laid? You see, sometimes with what spirit give you, sometimes it's as it is. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a metaphysical meaning behind it. But I could see somebody tripping over a loose flag on a path. So has this happened physically, or are they saying that you feel like you've tripped up and that you're not getting any further at the moment? Because that will soon pass, and that the light will come in as you move forward. And I've also been given the name Jacob, but I feel that has something to do with either a spirit guide or an ancestor, or I might be wrong, but I don't feel it's anybody on the earth plane now. Okay, it's either someone coming in, or it's something to do with your spirit team. And I'm just going to leave you there and pass you over to Corinna. Okay, hope some of that has made sense to you.
Okay, well, no surprise here. Guess who I got? Archangel Metatron.
Oh gosh! Wow, just love the synchronicity between us, don't you?
So definitely Archangel Metatron is with you. That's the angel that's working with you right now. Sure. And when I picked up the other card that I got was Angel Assistance, and this is definitely what feels like Archangel Metatron again for me. So you definitely have, they're really asking you to connect in with Archangel Metatron and asking you to connect in and ask for assistance. It's no surprise either, because you can see Metatron's cube here. So this is definitely Metatron's energy for me. This is an angel that's with you right now and really guiding you. So what I did then is I asked Archangel Metatron, what is it that Bryn most needs to know? It is a time for you. They're asking you to take some time to kind of rest and rejuvenate, and take some time for you and take some time out. There's a time here of reflection for you is what he's talking about. It's they said it's just time for you, because what they're asking you to do is step out of drama. So there's been a lot of drama around you, a lot of change around you, a lot of people that keep drawing you into their dramas. And because you're such a loving soul, and because you're always wanting to be there for people, your energy is really getting depleted. And so Archangel Metatron is really trying to remind you today you've got to make sure that you're taking time for reflection, integration of the energy, and making sure that you're resting and taking care of yourself. He's really asking you to release those that continue to bring drama into your life. And he's saying you have quite a few people in your life that are a little on the dramatic side, or continue to have crisis. And he wants you to, it's okay to be in service, but there's balance in that. And to make sure that you're releasing some of that drama and taking time for yourself. Because as you do, there's something birthing new in your energy. I also got the rest card again. So rest is really important for you right now. We need to make sure that we're resting and taking care of ourselves. There is something new coming for you, and I also got the journey card. So there's definitely new things unfolding for you, a new change coming in for your life. I think at some point you've got to watch the signs. They're talking about making sure you're paying attention to the signs that are around you, because I feel that there will be a decision that will be made. When this change starts to unfold for you, one of the things I want to remind you is don't panic. Because I can feel you panicking a little bit when something starts to shift and change around you. They just want you to know that it's all taking you to exactly where you need to be as this new journey unfolds, as something new is being rebirthed. There's a message here, but we have to let go of things sometimes to move into the new, and to not be afraid of walking into this new energy that's coming for you. And that it's all divinely guided, and just by the light there, it's just being divinely guided. Because there's see again, new card, so something new. You've got the evolution card, something birthing, a new journey, and then this is blossoming of, what is it? Blossoming abundance, right? So good things coming. They just want to remind you not to panic as things start to change. You feel comfortable in consistency is what they just said to me. In, as we all do, you know, we all feel comfortable when we're in our norms, when we're in our routine. And there's been lots of ups and downs and change and bumps, but these changes that are coming for you are good changes. We just need to let go when they come in, so we can just move with ease into this new energy that's coming for you. But lots of good things for you. The other thing that I was picking up with was a grandmother energy, but I felt more it was on your father's side. She was just talking about that. She wants to remind you of kind of the lineage there of intuition, or she's just kind of, I don't know, there's kind of like two peas in a pod energy with her. So there's something here linked with either intuition on that side of the family. She keeps going like this to me, like she's calling you back to, whether it's reconnecting to your family or reconnecting to that part of yourself within the family lineage. Because she wants you to come home to it, and there's been some level of avoidance of it. So she just keeps saying, come home, whatever that, you know. But I feel that this is more, I don't want to say Celtic energy, but it's understanding spirituality from a traditional standpoint, in your tradition from where you come from, and really connecting back into that. For some reason, they keep showing me Celtic signs, not sure why, but she wants you to come back to that portion of developing that spiritual side of you. All right, Bryn, hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. So Bryn says, I love art, not great at it, but I love it. And that's me, LOL. I think she was meaning about the haircut. Tamara says, yes, I feel all of that. It's the true stuff. I will trust all the protection that they have my back, and I can do this. You can. And Bryn says, amazing, amazing. All right. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Allison, for being here with me.
Pleasure.
So wonderful to connect with you. I cannot wait to see all the wonderful things that are coming for you, because I feel so much goodness coming for you, and you deserve it. You definitely deserve it. And thank you for
you do
sharing
too.
time for meditation and being with us. And I'd love to do this with you again. Maybe we can just hop on and do live readings for people one day soon. That would be fun.
Fantastic. Yeah, of course. Yeah, anytime.
Yeah,
thank you for having me anyway.
Yeah, it's always great to connect with you.
You too.
Everyone's just thanking us. You can go back and read the messages too. I'm sure you'll see lots of messages in there for you. So just a reminder, guys, I'll post Allison's links. I've got some links to her website and also to the cruise that's coming up. Watch for hopefully Allison and I teaching again, maybe in the fall. Who knows? We'll see when that comes back. And we also have level 3 coming for those that have done level 1 and 2 with us. Level 3 is coming in March. So we're so excited to join you guys again online in Zoom. Love Zoom for that platform. And love you, Allison. Thank you so much for spending time with us here today.
Thank you. Same to you as well. It's been an absolute joy. Thank you. And thank you for everybody for listening in. And, you know, I always say this, you know, if I could wave a magic wand and give a reading to everybody, and I know you feel the same, Corinna, then we would. Take what you could, even though we were giving the readings to those specific people. If there was anything that you could connect with, then take that anyway, because Spirit and the angels have a great way of doing that, sharing the information around.
Yeah, they sure do. So Allison's completely right. Sometimes they talk to other people through just one person's reading. So absolutely take what you could through that. Anyways, much love to you all. We will hop on and see you again soon. Bye, guys. Make sure you share this video if you found it helpful, and you want to share Allison's gifts with the world. Great way to do that is share this YouTube link. All right, everyone. Take care. See you later, Allison.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.